What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Keeta today, KTA USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 13th day of May. Here we are sitting at about 16.5 cents with roughly 10 hours left in the day. We've seen a nice little move up here, I think, on the announcement of that news that Keeta Personal is coming out. I don't I've looked into it. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's just like a personal. It's like a almost kind of like a self banking platform, so to speak, with using KTA as the backbone network there. I don't know. It was hard to see for me. The video was kind of blurry. I don't know why. But I am wondering if it's going to be like an exchange, kind of like Phantom Wallet. Like, is it going to be a DEX? I don't know. Or is it just like a personal wallet for the KTA network, which is cool. That's fine. But, until there's serious implementation, it's not that exciting. But still, it's something to get excited about. This pump did happen once that news was released. So here we are moving up on a bit of a double bottom look right now. Somebody on X.com made a post or made a comment. Maybe it was a post. I can't remember. I replied to it, whatever it was. They made a comment or a remark saying that they're worried that this is just another false move up. That this is, while it's nice to see the price pump, it's probably just another pump and dump. And I agreed with them. I was like, I think so. I think it is going to be a pump and dump. I mean, just to put it in perspective. Ready? Here we go. Visa partnership, right? Visa partnership. And then this is KTA Personal. If this didn't save you, I don't think this is going to save you. That's just plain and simple. That's where my head's at. It likely will be a sell the news event. And we might even sell off going into it beforehand because people, I think, are a little bit more rationally minded because of what happened back here. Again, just to remind you guys, partnerships don't necessarily mean anything. Mergers matter. Acquisition matters, but partnerships don't necessarily mean anything. I mean, you have KTA partnering with Visa. I think they're the only crypto to ever do that, and that didn't do much, right? I mean, it was a nice pump while it lasted, but it didn't do much. Anyways, what just happened there? Okay, I gotta do that. Anyways, sorry, my phone gave me a notification. 16.5 cents now. Let's get into the TA. Let's stop talking so much. It does look like we're selling off a little bit. A lot of volume came in today. Nearly a third more than what we had yesterday, and yet we're not making any progress to the upside. We're just wicking here at prior resistance. This is what we call a second chance. Any of you who bought here, any of you who bought here, and you really started to feel that pit in your stomach down here, that it was going to go lower, and you wanted to panic sell, but you didn't. You just held on because you got nuts of steel, or you got deer in the headlights syndrome, whatever it might be. Fortune has favored you a little bit in the sense that you're able to either get out at a slight loss, maybe get out in the green if you bought down here, or at least less of a loss compared to what it was a few days ago. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is a good offloading point, in my opinion. The good onloading points for KTA will be below these levels here. I thoroughly do believe that from a low point here to a high point here, we will see prices that are around 10 cents psychological support, 1272 to the 1618. This is our primary target zone, the 1272 to the 1618. 10 cents psychological support. I could see it happening. It makes a lot of sense. The 1618 golden ratio could also make a lot of sense. And based off of our all-time history, there's no price action that's down below these levels. But if you're looking at KTA, if you're looking at Keeta on Dex Screener, you'll actually see that there is price action that existed before this, and that it actually exists all the way down even below 2 cents. So there is price action and reasons to find support down there. If we look at this here, I want to line this up. I want to coincide this low with this high and just see if this overlaps with anything that we would expect to see from this fib extension here. The 1272 and the 200 level, man, right there at 10 cents, it's perfect. The 1618 is pretty close to the 2272. I don't know if we get that low. I personally don't know if we get below 7 cents. That 10-cent area is looking really appetizing, but anything could happen. I mean, hell, guys, we could go all the way down to 3 cents. Yeah, we're at 16.5 cents now. I believe thoroughly in my deepest convictions that KTA will see new all-time highs, And we could go below 3 cents before that happens. It could happen. This is crypto, guys. Crazy things happen. If this is your first bear market and you're literally hearing these words thinking, how could you say it goes to new all-time highs and it goes below 3 cents? You're in your first bear market. You don't know any better, and that's okay. We do see wicked volatility at times, man. Sometimes things are so low that it seems like it'll never come back. But I think KTA will make a comeback. I actually do plan on buying more as we get below these levels. Once we get to 10 cents, anything really probably below like 10.5 cents or lower, I will be buying more KTA. Until then, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm messing around with other things, trading with some other things, stacking cash, and waiting to pile in on certain projects. This is definitely one of them. We look at the daily time frame. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame real quick, actually. 1 hour time frame here. RSI, pretty bullish overall, but we're taking on a bit of a bearish shape right now, I think. We could go higher. If you're watching this video, we're up at 20 cents. Woohoo! Good job. Whatever. We could be all the way up at 28 cents. I don't care. We're still going to go down. All those targets are still the same. I don't care. I'm sticking with that. It does kind of look like a bull flag right now, to be fair. If this was a bull flag, it looks like a bull flag. If this were to be considered a bull flag, your target area would be 23 cents. Might be possible. It could happen. RSI looks good enough in my opinion. Stochastics, I think you had a chance to find support at the 50, but depending on how this hour closes, it's going to close right here. Yeah, I don't think that looks good. And then the MACD is pretty hot. Let's be fair, it's pretty hot. 4 hour time frame. RSI got overbought. That was your first time being overbought since the Visa pump, right? Again, Visa pump, dump. KTA personal pump. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, it's not dumping off as fast, but it's also less of a robust movement. We're also interacting with prior price action that we've been kind of hanging around for the past couple weeks here, the past month or so. Stochastics are overbought, coming down, not a good look in itself. You looked reset, ready to go lower. This overall is just another lower high. If we take this from a high point here to a low point there, this double bottom perspective, you did reject the 0.5 right on the T there. You get below the 236. If we get below on a 4 hour closing basis, you get below 14.7 cents. At that point, actually, is it 14.7 or is it something? 14.6. Let's say 14.68 cents. You get below there on a 4 hour closing basis, it's all over but the crying. This was just a pump and dump. You close below this red line on a 4 hour basis, we likely will see lower lows. It could be immediate. It could take its sweet time, but it's going to happen. I don't care if we close below here, we come back up here, we do this, we dance a little bit, whatever. We consolidate, we get down to this low, we have a triple bottom, boom, we move up, we even get a higher high, we're still going to go lower, guys. It's going to happen, okay? And I don't think that last, what I was just drawing there was for fun, but just to show you where my head's at. It's all over the place. 4 hour MACD, bullish now, sure, but your price action's wonky. It's like very tame, and then this little pump, I don't buy it. Sure, it's bullish, but whatever. The stochastics look reset in my opinion, which is bearish. The RSI, last time you were overbought, was pretty bearish. The time before that you were overbought was also a topping point. The time before that was a topping point. The time before that was a topping point. At some point that'll change. I just don't think we're seeing any kind of massive signs of reversal here. If you want to prove me wrong, maybe I spoke too soon when I said get up to 28 cents and it won't change my mind. I would say if you get above this high, actually, that would change my mind. If you can get above this high, because at that point what you've done is you have effectively validated this double bottom. You get above this nipple here, that does validate the double bottom. And I mean, with the current downtrend that you've had your whole life, that's a very massive reversal signal. So the bull's best hope would be to get above this high. I would happily FOMO in if Bitcoin, the rest of the market's looking bullish, KTA is above here, I would happily FOMO in at these levels. 30 cents is still cheap. 40 cents is still cheap. 60 cents is still cheap compared to where this thing's going to go in its time. So I'm not worried about it. There's no real sense of urgency at the moment. I might have a little egg on my face if that happens, but I don't expect this to happen, thus the call that even if we move up, we're still going to move down. Daily time frame here. A little bit of bullish divergence on the RSI. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that bullish divergence, but yeah, sure, it's kind of there. You've got higher highs in the RSI with lower highs in the price on a closing basis. Hidden bearish divergence depending on how you close today. Stochastics are separated, looking like you've reset. You're ready to come down, bearish. and the MACD is bearish overall as well. So yeah, I'm just not too amazed by this, but still, it's always nice to see. It's nice to see a little bit of a pump, you know, from a low point here to a high point here, 48% pump. Good job for anybody who bought in on those last couple of days. If you DCA down here just on principle, if you bought as soon as we were below this low, just on the principle of that alone, you made a really good choice, and you're at a very tradable moment opportunity. If you don't want to sell here, none of this financial advice, not a financial advisor, whatever, be prepared for the pain. I think anybody who's buying here, regardless of what the coming months will bring us, anybody who's buying in this zone, you're going to feel super, super smart in 2027. Okay. KTA has a lot going for it. I think it's going to astound and mesmerize the markets as the years go on. This one is a winner, but for right now, the market is a bit lackluster and dormant. Even the winners go down in such environments. We could be forming some type of low, slow, long, rounded bottom pattern. That is the most bullish thing that you could ever have, actually, is a rounded bottom pattern. It promotes long-term accumulation, and then oftentimes you get rapid recovery once the bullish side is enacted. So a rounded bottom, long and slow accumulation is what we want to see. I think we're getting that. KTA is definitely on the map. A lot of people are paying attention to it, even though it's at its low points relative to this chart. I got nothing else. I'm going to end the video there. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.